Hi, I'm Randy.
Hi, Randy.
I didn't like write anything. I just kind of sent it through some so bear with me. We might stop suddenly at any point. But let's see, sorry. I just took a trip to Brazil a couple months ago. I guess I used to be in Brazil. And that was really cool. It was the first time basically I've ever traveled anywhere. Well, outside the United States. I did go to Cancun once, but I went to Cancun with my family. I was in the resort a couple times, so it's like, might as well gone to like a Ramada Inn and spent $800 in booze. So, I went to Brazil with a couple friends back in Michigan. And so we just basically spent a couple days there, just on the beach and just traveling the area and looking around and exploring. So one night, I'm with my two friends. One of my friends actually, he gets really sick because, in case you didn't know, Brazil, like all Brazilians eat, is grilled meat and French fries. So he was basically just like pooping 24 hours continuously, and it was really bad too. It was like the kind of poop that comes out like in a perfect hemisphere from the exit point. And it's like if you've ever gone to the gas station bathroom and like you open the door and you're like, it's just like everywhere. It was like that, and you're like, how did this happen? How did this get all over the place? And like, that's actually the natural progression when you get really bad food sickness. It's just like, eventually it starts out bad, and then it gets bad enough where the poop finds wormholes and then finds itself on every conceivable surface. But anyway, he was sick, so me and my other friends, we're just going bar hopping around Lapa District, which is basically like Brooklyn. It's like got all the same hipster looking people. So we're going bar hopping, and we've had a bunch of drink by the time we get to this last bar. And then like, we're just basically just spilling out. We're drunk enough, we're just spilling all our secrets to each other, like, I'm lame, no, I'm lame. And then I'm like, oh, I've had a lot to drink, I have to go pee. So I go inside, it's outdoors, it's super nice. I go inside this little bar area, and like, there's a bathroom, and the people are waiting in line for a bathroom, so I'm just waiting in line. And so there's this old guy at the bar, like basically right next to me where I'm waiting. He's just leaning, he's drinking casually, he looks very Brazilian. And he looks at me and he says something in Portuguese. And so we should say, we basically don't know any Portuguese at all. And like ahead of time we kind of use Spanish, but like, does anyone know Spanish here? Kinda. Well, Portuguese is nothing like Spanish. It looks like Spanish, but as soon as someone starts speaking Portuguese, you're out of in over your head. So we didn't know anything. So this guy starts talking in Portuguese, and he does this gesture, like, and he says something in Portuguese. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And I basically tell him, I don't know, I don't speak Portuguese, sorry. And he does this again, and he says something in Portuguese. And then he leans over and kisses me on the cheek. So you guys probably know where this is going. But I'm an idiot, one thing. And I can barely tell when women are flirting with me, much less men. Much less men in Portuguese. So I'm basically like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Great. I don't know Portuguese, but I love Brazil. That is awesome. And it occurs to me, like, I read this before. I read this in like this little travel guide, like, oh, Brazilian people, when they greet each other, they kiss each other on the cheek. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'm drunk, let's just do it. So I lean over and I kiss him on the cheek. And then suddenly I realize, wait a second, like his expression changes a little bit. And I realize, oh, wait, maybe it's just men kissing other women on the cheek to each other. And I remember, oh, men don't do that to other men. That means something else. And so he starts like speaking more seductively Portuguese. And then I don't know how to say, like, I'm super open-minded, that's really cool, but that's not really what I'm into. I don't know how to say that in Portuguese, so basically I do the closest hand gesture, which is basically my business. I walk back out, just right past him, just like, hey, what's up, man? And then I go outside and sit with my friend. And then we just resume drinking. And he's like, oh, that took a long time. I'm like, yeah. I was just like, lot to pee. But then this guy comes out again. And he starts talking to me again. And I don't know what to do, because I don't know how to speak Portuguese. And he leans over and he kisses me on the cheek. And then my friend's just like, what is going on? And like, my friend's kind of a bro. I guess you should know that. He's an Asian bro, which there aren't a lot of in my business. But it's true, they exist. So he's really confused. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay, I don't know how to stop this. If this were just a stranger, I'd just push him away. But like, I feel like I should reciprocate something because I did kiss him on the cheek. But I'm like, how do I break this guy's heart? So I'm like, no thanks. And then he leans over and kisses me again. And then my friend's like, why did you do that? Why did you let him kiss you twice? And I'm drunk, and like, I can't really articulate anything at this point. But I just like, I don't want to say, like, well, you know, it's okay, man. I kissed him too. But eventually, my friend kind of picks up. He's like, oh, no, man, he's mine. And he starts like giving this guy the evil eye. And then, that was my embarrassing story. I didn't learn anything.